Welcome to another episode of Around Campus. My name is Marquell Tate, and after a long campaigning season, on April 7th, the winners were finally announced. And today with me, I have two of them. I have the Vice President of the NewEra administration and the President of the NewEra administration. What's up? How y'all doing? What's up, Kat?
What's up, man? What's up?
What's up, Jazz? How are you?
I'm good.
All right, so I know this 3 weeks has been crazy for y'all. What was it like? This is one of the longest campaigning seasons?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what was like one of the hardest things that you had to endure within, these 3 weeks?
I would say probably everything that was said in regards about us.
Yeah.
Whether it be both as a team or individually, just having to take it on the chin, and not really retaliate, and just keep pushing and keep the focus.
Okay.
I agree with everything that he said, and on top of that, trying to maintain good grades in classes, and then staying up late nights trying to get things together for the campaign team. So just everything. It was a long process, but we overcame it.
No, definitely. I totally understand. Me being in the same situation, it was just like you had to watch what you say on Twitter and stuff like that, and there was always people that had something to say,
Yes.
and then you got to still focus on classes. So I really understand that. So what is one piece of advice that you would give someone that could possibly be running for SGA next year?
I would say don't be discouraged. Although this was one of the toughest campaign seasons, don't let this discourage you. Still go out, step out of that comfort zone, be that person that you know who you can be.
Okay.
I would say just be yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I learned throughout this whole process, to be yourself. And you're really going to grow from it. And Ms. Lewis always said that before campaign season, whether you win or lose, you're going to grow from it. And I really did grow from it. So I would just tell somebody, just be yourself. And don't let anything change how you act or react to people.
Okay, I've been having this kind of debate with a lot of people. How do y'all feel about Mr. Senior and down, Mr. Senior, Mr. Junior, and Mr. and Miss Sophomore having like a debate type of thing too? Cause you know how Mr. and Miss DSU had a pageant and stuff like that. Then y'all got to do the speech, y'all have to do the debate, and then y'all have all the campaign and stuff. How do you feel about Mr. Senior? They just get up and say the speech, and that's just the end of it.
So you mean like a pageant?
Yeah, I mean not a pageant, a debate for Mr. and Miss Senior.
Oh, like
and
a debate?
Yeah.
I mean, it's something we could bring up.
Yeah.
I actually like that.
See, that's a good idea.
I like debating myself. So
Me too.
If I were to have ran for that position, I would have loved it.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. So who we talk to?
Who do we talk to? Miss Lewis.
Oh, okay.
Miss Hutchins.
Okay, so that'd be something that we all have to sit down on?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, we should definitely set that up. Because there's a lot of people that just wanted to hear it. Me and Vontae, that's my boy. But everybody was like, during election day, everybody was like, I still don't know who I'm voting for.
Yeah.
So maybe if we had a debate, more people would know who they're voting for.
Right.
So I don't know. That's just another thing that I had to think of. So during this campaign season, I know you mentioned that your grades probably was slipping a little bit.
Yeah.
How did you, talk to your teachers and work that out with them?
I mean, honestly, me being the type of person that I am, I knew what I was going to do once the semester started. So I talked to them, like the first day of class, I said, hey, I have, intentions on running for a position. So if you could bear with me, let me know what I have to do ahead of time. And there's going to be some classes that I may have to miss. So what I did was, like I said, reach out to the teachers beforehand.
Okay.
So.
Did you want to answer that?
No.
All right. He said, no, I don't want to answer that. All right, so would you like to say you guys' vision points and mission statement again? Just so, because I want to know, like, what's the first thing that you guys plan to implement?
Okay. So our 3 points that we ran off of were educational success, student life, and financial literacy. So for the next school year, the first thing we want to tackle will fall under both student life and actual financial literacy. That would be the student parking tickets.
Oh, yeah.
And that would find a solution to, like, stop giving tickets to students when we pay the money to go here, or just finding a better solution to students parking on campus. And also, homecoming is in the beginning of the school year, so that's a big time of year students look forward to, and it's a lot of outsiders we attract to homecoming. So we want to make sure we jump on our outsider policy, getting that wristband policy set up, and having a limited amount of outsiders so it's not chaotic, and our campus is not being destroyed due to something that we're not doing or causing.
Okay. Was that okay? I like that. So you guys plan on letting outsiders, or I don't know if y'all can say this or not, but do you plan on letting outsiders come to homecoming? Or?
Yeah, of course.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
I was just making sure.
Homecoming, outsiders, they're always more than welcome. That's one of the only events that outsiders are able to come to.
Okay.
Spring Fling.
Yeah, in Spring Fling.
Yeah.
But by me working with student government right now, we've had an awesome year. Other than the incident that happened at homecoming. So hopefully next year things will be back to normal, like the
Right.
way it used to be our freshman year. So yeah, we've had a great year. So
That's one thing. I think every class compares their freshman year to everybody else's freshman
Yeah.
year.
Right.
I don't care what nobody say. I think the class of 17 has one of the best
the
classes
best,
here.
Right.
the
Because
best.
at the end of the day, we know how to have fun. All of us ran for student leadership positions, and I feel like all of us are very equipped to be in that student leadership position. So I don't care what nobody say. Shout out to the class of 17.
Yes, I agree.
You know, before we close out, do you guys have anything that y'all want to leave us with?
Honestly, I look forward to having an awesome year. We have a great board.
Great.
Yes, we have a great board. And then the student body, we just want them to know that without you all, none of this would be possible. So we need you all to help us help you. So if you want to have a great year, we need you all to help us have that great year.
Okay.
I just want to say that campaign season is over with and it's done with.
Yes.
So that's all in the past. And Jasmine, myself, and the rest of the board, Tariq, Messiah, Anaya, we're ready. We're ready to lead the school, and we need the whole school behind us. We're ready to bring the culture back to the school and have a great year.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming past today.
No problem. Thanks for having us, man.
No problem.
Thank you, Mr. Tate.
Okay, so stay tuned for another episode of Around Campus. We might just have Mr. and Miss DSU for you. Stay tuned.